Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get started here with a 130-star non-stop run of Super Mario Star Road, headed by Skellux. The run will be by SuperViperT302, who I have here with me.
Fellas, hold on a second. So Viper, you're not hearable on stream.
Let me raise the volume a little bit.
I had my mic muted in OBS. That was fun.
Oh.
Yeah, I sort of figured.
Yeah, my bad. Okay, so, hi, sorry about that. So what I'm doing here is basically demonstrating what non-stop is. So normally when you grab a star, you know, there's that little fanfare that has to take place and then you exit the stage. But with the non-stop game short code activated, notice how I just grabbed the star and now I'm still in the stage. That's going to be the case for every single star. So this essentially means I'll be able to complete stages in fewer trips than before. So that's kind of what the gist of this run is going to be. And I'm showing this to you now so that, because there's a lot to get into as soon as the run starts. So are we good to go?
Just checking here, make sure.
Maybe lower your bitrate a tiny bit too if you can do that while the stream is running.
I can do that real quick.
Yeah.
Just wait for... There we go. Hopefully that's better.
Oh, please pause the playlist.
Good.
I'm gonna close Project 64 real quick. Open it back up. There we go. Nope, I didn't want to hit the GS button. Okay.
Alright. Just let us know whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
Alright. In that case, I'll count you down.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a little weird because the timing starts when the logo appears, but the loading is weird. So can I just tell you when to start?
You just tell me when.
Okay, ready, and go. Okay, so as I demonstrated earlier, the non-stop game short code basically keeps you in the stage after you collect a star or a key. So this is going to be the 100% category of this hack with that code enabled. And I'm actually going to be starting by doing a ledge grab here to skip this 20-star door and going into Bowser 1. So I'll go ahead and explain why I'm doing this, because it's actually a very complicated reason. So in most older SM64 ROM hacks, entering certain stages would cause certain objects that use waypoints for their pathing to sort of forget their pathing. And most notably, this includes the Koopa the Quick races and the Penguin race that'll be later in the run. Now, in most ROM hacks, if this is a problem, for non-stop, what you can do is you can actually just delay those stages until later, but this stage is actually one of them, and this is a Bowser stage, so I need to complete it to progress to the overworld, so I can't put it off. So I'm actually doing it now. And the only way to fix this bug is to reset the game. But with non-stop enabled, since you don't exit any stages after collecting any stars, you also don't get any save prompts. So you're not able to save after any stars, which is kind of another massive caveat of non-stop, is that if I game over at any point the run's just over. So, I have to really be keeping track of my life count. So this is Bowser's Slippery Swamp. This is where I'm getting the first key. As you can tell, this is a custom boss fight here, where you have to fight the Piranha Plants from THI. That is not a normal place for this fly guy to be. Am I even still gonna make this? Alright. We're just gonna take the normal way. This boss fight is very, very hard to do fast. That was absolutely sad. Yeah, like I said, this is a very difficult boss fight. So let's try that again. Luckily that death hopefully shouldn't matter too much. Yeah, this game is very, very punishing. And it's honestly crazy that this run is even in this marathon. Alright, hopefully the fly guy's in a bit of a better spot this time so I can make more use out of it. Yeah, this is way better. So I was intending to use the fly guy to twirl over here, but it was in a bad spot before. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now it should be in the clear. Is there a way to safely save if I'm going to need to? As a matter of fact, that is coming up, because, like I said before, the only way to fix that glitch that I talked about is to reset the game. And there is, in fact, one place where I can save. Or 3 places, rather. So, I just got the first key, which means I'll now be able to access the second overworld, so I won't have to do that fight again. And then I can clip through this wall here to get past the 8-star door and go into Gloomy Garden. And this is definitely one of the hardest stages in the game. So I have to come here in multiple trips. That's a stupid death. So one of the annoying things about some of the levels in this hack in particular is that there are several stars that are act-specific, or stars that require you to complete earlier missions before you can unlock later ones. Gloomy Garden has 3 of these, so I have to enter this level a grand total of 4 times, which is kind of annoying. But thankfully, in this first trip, I can get the first 3 stars in one go. So that first star was the one I got, and then that was star 2, and then here I'm going to get star 1. This level in part is just very, very hard in general as well, which makes it even worse. Okay. Yeah, every star and key is affected by non-stop, including secret stars and 100 coin stars. So now I can go in here. So, like I said, there are exactly 3 places in the run where I can save, and those are going to be the 3 cap switches. And in this hack, the cap switches are actually hidden in other main courses, so that's why I have to go here first. Now, unfortunately, I can't get the star and the vanish cap switch in the same trip and save after getting the star, so I am going to have to come back to the vanish cap course. So I'm just going to kind of wait here. There we go. And then there's just a hidden pathway off here that allows me to get here. So I have to remember to save when I hit this cap switch. And then I save, and then I'm going to reset, and that will fix the pathway bug that I was talking about at the start of the run, which means that for the time being, objects that use waypoints for their pathing will now function properly, hopefully. Sometimes they can still glitch out. So before I actually go into the next course, I'm going to get the first Toad Star of the run, which is available from the get-go, weirdly enough. You can actually collect this as the first star in the game. And then I'm actually going to be grabbing a safety 1-up before I enter this level, this first secret course here. Lives are not necessarily at a premium in this game, but it's easy to die. As you've seen already, it's super easy to die both in this game and in this run in general, and there are also going to be multiple death abuses. Okay, so this is a Mushroom Mountain Town. So this has a red coin star as well as a Koopa the Quick race. And even with the reset I did earlier, the Koopa the Quick race can still sometimes bug out and become incompletable. Also, yeah, that was a BLJ I did there. So, just kind of hope there's... You kind of have to cross your fingers here, because there's not really a way to make sure that Koopa the Quick doesn't get stuck at a certain point in the race. So, we're just gonna kind of pray that he doesn't do that. Usually if you go slow enough, it doesn't happen. Okay, we're fine. If he had gotten stuck, it would have been before that turn, so we're good. So he's gonna make it to the end of the race. And then I'm gonna also grab another one up here. No, I just gotta wait for Koopa the Quick to get back on. Yeah, there's a little hill that you saw me do those AB kicks up. Koopa the Quick can sometimes just get stuck on that hill for no reason. And the only way to fix it is to exit the course and try again, which is a massive time loss. So that's that star, and I just have a few red coins left. So for the most part, secret courses can be completed in one trip. There's no revisits that you need to do. There's going to be a lot of main courses that require revisits, though. That was actually a pretty decent level, all in all. A lot can go wrong in this level, so I'm happy that that went well. And since I can't exit courses with the star, you're going to be with stars. You're going to be seeing me use that exit course feature a lot. Okay. So this is course 1, Bottom Islands. This is one of 4 main courses in the run that I can actually do in a single trip. I won't have to come back here. And the order I'm going to be doing this in is pretty interesting. So the main focus of most non-stop routes in these hacks revolve around the 100 coin stars and the red coin stars, because those usually require you to go around the entire level. And as a result, you end up passing by most of the stars on your way there. So a lot of the routing is done based on the standard 100 coin routes that exist, and then just routing in the other stars where necessary. So for instance there, I had to go out of my way at first to open the cannon so I can use it to get this star, but then I can just start collecting coins. And I'm going to kind of jump off a little bit to the left here, because there's an exposed ceiling hitbox around there that you can bonk into. Another worrying concern about doing non-stop is actually soft locks, because collision in this game is great, and so sometimes you can just get stuck in a place where you can't actually get out. I do have level reset and star select game shark codes active in case I absolutely need them, but I'm only going to use them if 100% necessary. So like if my life count gets low, I'll still go out and farm lives. So here's a kind of a great example of how non-stop can help you save time on getting stars. So this star, you would pass by this star in the typical 100 coin route, but obviously you couldn't get it in standard runs, but here you can. And then for example, as an addition to that right here, you can also get the secret star here. You're actually supposed to be able to break these rocks in order to access these secrets, but there's like one floor triangle on each of them that just isn't solid. So you can get it a little bit quicker that way. And the chain jump is annoying. Okay. So I've basically done almost everything I can here. The last star you get in main courses, there's an exposed ceiling hitbox right there that I just kind of got stuck against, because again, this game was wonderfully programmed. Okay, this is a really bad place to fall down in. Okay. Alright, we're safe. So here's King Bob-omb. He actually functions a bit differently in this game than he does in the original SM64. He takes 4 hits instead of 3, and he moves a little bit faster, but the fight is still easy. So as I was alluding to earlier, the last star you get in a level can also matter, because if it's a star that's a one-way trip, or if it's a star that you would need to fall to your death to get, then it needs to be the last star you collect before you leave. So there's a star, this is a good course to demonstrate that, because there's a star in an inescapable cage that I need to get as my last star. So in case you're wondering if you're worried that I'm short on coins, I know where I'm going to be getting my last few. I intentionally saved them for later just for routing optimization purposes. And also here's another invisible box with a 1-up in it that I might need. Here's my last few coins, and then there's that cage over there has the last star in it. You're intended to use the Vanish Cap to get in there, which I do have, but you can also use a Bob-omb to just push you through the cage. And there we go, so that's Bob-omb Islands. So that's the first main course down. So now I'm actually going to be going back to Gloomy Garden and finishing that course up. And I'm not going to use the door clip this time because I'm going to want to be able to exit through the door normally, so I'm going to have to play this animation out. Okay, so I have to re-enter this level 3 more times because each of the next 3 stars are act-specific. So these platforms weren't there the first time, and I need these platforms to get to this star. And then I'm actually going to go back. So there is a star in the Vanish Cap course that I couldn't get before, so I'm going to use this opportunity to get it now. And this is actually a secret star, unlike the traditional red coin stars that you normally see in secret courses. So you're actually intended to hit a switch that makes spotlights appear in order to find these secrets, but you don't need to do that to actually collect the secrets. This is one of the more fun stars in the run. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of play it a little bit risky here, and I'm gonna use a death here. I could have used an exit course. Usually using a death is faster, but because I really want to keep track of my life count, I'll sometimes use an exit course just to be safe. Okay, here we go. This is probably the worst star in the run, regardless of how you slice it. So to get the red coins in this level, you'll notice most of the key platforms are gone. You're actually supposed to ride an elevator all the way around the course in order to get all the red coins, but you can just barely get all 8 red coins without the elevator. This red coin in particular is the hardest one. Alright, that jump is just barely possible. And it's not over yet. This is still a very, very hard. This is still very, very hard. And I couldn't do the star earlier, in case you're wondering, because the red coins don't spawn until this mission, so that's why this star also had to be put off. Oh, that was... I cannot believe I didn't have enough momentum on that long jump. So that's what I'm talking about. You try to go fast in this star, and it just kills you. So I have to do that one stupid jump, long jump again. Yeah, as Moshi said in chat, this is... in pretty much any category, this is where runs go to die. Just so many precise jumps. Mamma mia! So yeah, I'm definitely using an exit course out of this level, because I've died 2 more times than I want to. There are places there's not really a convenient place to farm lives either, so I really have to make do with the lives that are kind of on my way. Alright, I had a bad angle there, so I missed the red coin. You need a super precise angle in order to both get that red coin and be able to ledge grab that platform. I was not confident in that positioning. That should work. There we go. So yeah, that platform, that platform is what you're supposed to use in order to get all the red coins, and it follows a set path, and that platform is actually one of the things that's affected by the waypoint glitch. So if I didn't reset the game, that platform would be in a different location, and if I stepped on it, it would just take this really random path that actually ends up going nowhere. So, and I'm gonna need it at the end of this star. I'm gonna need that platform to be in that spot, so that's why I reset the game before coming back here. Alright. So provided nothing stupid happens, which definitely will happen now that I've said that, we should be in the clear here. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to kill all 3 Goombas here. I think I'm 1 point short. I don't know if I've killed the Goomba up there yet. Alright, so I really don't want to miss this jump now. This jump is going to be a little bit scary now. I really don't want to die here. Alright, we're good. And there's a Goomba up here. I can get this as my 100th coin. Okay, so that went poorly, but that's just goes to show just how brutal this star can be. And since I died twice there, I'm going to use an exit course there just to preserve my life count. By the way, I'm really sorry about all this lag. I don't know why this is happening. So there's 1 more star I need to enter for, and then I'll be out of this heck of a level. Alright, nice. I got good eye RNG. So Mr. I there can rotate the eye. Can rotate his people either clockwise or counterclockwise, and that's good RNG. And I'm going to use a death here because it's way faster. Okay, so I want to spawn in this room because there's a vanish cap in here. And I believe this is actually the 1 star in this run I actually need the vanish cap for. There's a lot of cap and cannon skips you can do in this run. So there's only 1 MIP star in this game, and it's right here. And it doesn't try to run away from you, so getting him is a freebie. And now we're going to go to Piranha Plant Pond, which is one of the worst levels for speedrunning, for sure. But thankfully, this is another level that I can actually complete in 1 trip. So this is going to be kind of more of the same thing, just going around and collecting coins and then getting all the other stars along the way. This is another level where the route works out super nicely. Getting out of here is way harder than it needs to be sometimes. There we go. So you're actually supposed to push a box here to get to this star, but the platform's close enough to the water to where you can just long jump to it. Now I have to do that again. Okay, there we go. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask me just about this game or just about the run in general. Because there's a lot happening at once in this game, and it's often really hard to sort of detail everything as it's happening. Coming up on a strat that in regular runs is absolutely garbage, but in 130 star it's a little bit more forgiving. So in order to get on top of this tower here, you're actually supposed to use a cannon shot, but going out of your way to open the cannon here is just way too slow. So by using a precise series of slope jumps here, it's just barely possible. I'm having a bad angle. Alright, that worked out. And then you're actually supposed to use an owl to get on top of the tower for this star, but you can also just triple jump up here. I can fall off, so that could have gone better, but at least I got that relatively quickly. And in case you can't tell, all the music in this hack is obviously from other Nintendo games, like this is the Forest Main theme from Mario RPG. Okay, here's a metal cap skip here. So I'm going to use this tree and this slope to jump to this platform. This is another pretty hard jump to make. Alright, that did not go as planned, but I still made it, so we'll take it. And then the last 2 stars I need are just the coin collecting stars. Okay, so pretty fast level, all in all. Okay, up next on the agenda is going to be Skyland Resort. So this is the 3rd of 4 courses that I can do in a single trip, but the route is going to be a bit different than it is normally, because since I only have access to the first mission, a few of the womps that you normally kill in the 100 coin route aren't actually present here. So just to sort of make up for the lost coins of those, I'm going to have to kill a couple of those piranha plants. So there's a Vanish Cap right there, but I actually don't need it, and honestly, it's not really that important anyways, because there's a very convenient thing you can do here. You can just kind of clip underneath the wall here by doing that. And it might seem like a problem that now I'm stuck in here, but as it turns out, it's just as easy to clip back out as it is to clip in. So you wouldn't normally get these coins in the regular 100 coin route, but I need to here. I haven't mentioned this yet, but I'm actually playing this run on a keyboard, so if you ever see me do some weird movement like that, that's because sensitivity is a kind of a problem with keyboard. I barely dodged that fly guy. SM64 and ROM hacks are totally playable on keyboard, but they are at a slight disadvantage. Alright, this jump is really hard. I'm trying to do a triple jump off this blue coin block. There we go. So I need to get up here to hit that switch, so I can get this star, and now I can actually use the blue coin switch. Okay, Lucky 2 is really low here, and I kind of want his coins. Okay, I'm glad that didn't knock me off. That was very close, but we're good. Alright, I think I can afford to miss those 2 coins. Yeah, we're fine. So King Womp also behaves a little bit differently in this hack, but you need to pay really close attention. You'll notice that as he sort of slams down, he sort of rises up a little bit before fully slamming down, so I have to time my ground pound a bit precisely. Still an easy fight, though. Alright, this is a really... This jump looks scary, but it's actually really cool. I was intending to do a side flip dive there, but that works too. Okay, so there's 5 coins up there, and those are going to be my last 5 coins. And then I have 2 stars that require me to climb this windmill. Oh, I was wondering if I could get up there with the kick momentum. Okay. Climbing this windmill can be a little bit weird. This is not how you're intended to climb it, by the way. And then here's another little skip. You're supposed to have the metal cap switch active, so you can use those blocks as a staircase, but you can just long jump to the star from there. Okay, so there we go. So there's actually more I still have to do here, but I'm going to save it for later. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and go inside the castle, or the second overworld, if you want to call it that. And we're going to start with Melting Snow Peaks. This is a level where all but 1 star is doable in my first visit here. So I am going to have to come back here. Okay, we got kind of the first deviation from the standard route here. I actually go up here to get some coins, because, as a matter of fact, I need to go for a star here. And you can't actually get back from this ledge, because you can actually climb on these slopes. Alright, I don't need those spin drift coins. This level has plenty of coins. Okay, it's very important that for the time being I stay at full health. And you'll see why here in a second. Also, this bully is actually very annoying. It does not like to fall off. Okay, there we go. Sometimes it just falls off weirdly like that. No one knows how it works. Okay, so I'm actually going to do a shell skip here to get this star, but the problem is that's going to leave me at 2 HP. And it is possible to salvage this, but very precise. So, here we go. Nice. That jump is a lot scarier than you might think. It's actually not that hard, it's just really scary. That went really well. Again, this is a lot of bad things can happen in this game, so having this go as well as it has, even with all the mistakes I've made, is still honestly pretty incredible. Alright, here's a cool little clip here. Hopefully I can get it. I'm not gonna get it. But thankfully I landed back here so I can try again. There we go. And in theory, using a death here to exit would be faster, but I'm going to use a pause exit. Partly just because, again, I want to save my lives, but also getting out of there and then dying would probably take just as long as this. So that's another factor I often use when deciding whether or not I want to die or exit course. So I have to re-enter here for exactly 1 star, and it's this penguin star here. Because this penguin doesn't appear until you've collected star 1. Unfortunately, the star is pretty bare bones. Alright, play a little safe there by doing that jump instead. There we go. Having to revisit courses for 1 star can get really, really annoying. So that's why non-stop in this hack is honestly not the greatest, but it does have some cool routing in it. Alright, so that's Melting Snow Peaks. So next up is largely Forest. So there's 1 star here that's not accessible until you get star 1, so I'm going to take care of that first. And that's just a Wiggler fight here. Okay. Wiggler can do some weird things here. Because there's not really walls to prevent him from escaping this area. There's been some pretty hilarious highlights. And he moves way faster. As is the case with almost every boss in this hack. And since I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and also collect this lily pad star. Alright, I have my jump eaten there. Okay, there we go. Come on, get up. There we go. So I can't, there's no fast way to die in that level, so I had to exit course. But now I can go in and get rid of everything else. By the way, that triple jump that I did for that star is also not how you're intended to get it. Alright, so I'm going to be grabbing a few extra coins here than what you would normally see in the regular 100 coin route, because the blue coin switch here is dumb and I hate it. So I'm going to try to avoid as many of... I'm going to try to prevent myself from having to collect as many of the blue coins as I can. But this level in general is just also super annoying because the collision likes to, again, not work sometimes. So for example, yeah, you wouldn't normally see runners get that box. And yes, you do have to do handstand jumps for those 2 red coins. They're just too high to get them with regular jumps. So now I gotta go underwater here. There's some coins and a star down here, so... I have to go ahead and get the star and then swim back up. It might seem like I'm gonna be tight on air, but I'm actually not. You have a very, very generous window to do this. So now we get to the really fun part, which is climbing this tree, which again doesn't like to work sometimes. There's a bunch of enemies here and jank collision to make your life miserable. Oh, I pressed A an extra time. So I'm actually gonna get up using the one thing keyboard has an advantage in, which is frame walking. So this is frame walking. If you've never seen it before, basically I'm just alternating between holding neutral and forward very, very rapidly. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna grab that coin in case I need it. Again, I want to grab all the coins I can here so that I don't have to get that many from the blue coin switch. Okay, nice. Grabbing onto the bottoms of holes like that doesn't always work. Okay. So, all that extra coin collecting I did was just so I only had to collect 1 red coin from that. Or 1 blue coin from that. Because there's a bunch of exposed ceiling hitboxes that make climbing up that area very difficult for getting all the blue coins. Overall, that wasn't too bad. So now we're actually going to head into the sewers, because there's a couple courses there that I need to do. But before I enter this first one, I'm going to go ahead and grab one up that's on top of this pipe, because I have died a few more times than I would have liked. Okay, so there's the water, the main water level of the game, Colossal Colorful Caverns. Colorful Coral Caverns, I think is the name, that's it. I don't know what I was saying there. There's 2 courses with the acronym CCC, so I got them mixed up. Okay, this is a really dumb strat that's coming up here. So there's normally a boat you're supposed to ride to get to this star, and normally you would skip it with the fly guy, but that's not available on Act 1, so I have to do this stupid jump. So, hopefully, we may be here a while, because this jump is dumb. Almost had it there. This jump is so precise. But you have to do it, otherwise this level would take 3 trips. There we go. Like I said, very, very hard to do. But that's the hard part of this level, so the rest should be smooth sailing. Okay, I'll get pushed by a ceiling. When Mario swims into a ceiling hitbox, he gets pushed downwards. So that was kind of an example of that, but there's more broken ways to abuse that mechanic in this game. And you'll see that in this level when I do have to return here for 1 star, but I'll be getting pretty much everything else in this first go through. These blue coins actually have a very tight time limit. Alright, nice. Barely got them. Oh, okay. So there's a cannon you're supposed to use here to get to this area, but you can instead do this very precise wall kick. Okay, so not only did I have a bad angle there, but even if I had the right angle, you don't want to get a first frame wall kick there. There we go, that should work. And then I have to break apart parts of the floor here in order to get to this star, which conveniently provides me a way out of here. I'd like to see where I'm going. And now we just have a bunch of swimming while I collect a bunch of coins, so very, very exciting gameplay, I know. I think I'm actually 2 coins short than what I would optimally like to be here. But that's okay, because there's a place where I can get coins on the way to the last star. And I can just swim through the ship there, no big deal. So I need the 100 coin star and then star 1, which is at the very, very bottom of the level. So this is gonna be awkward. I swim down to collect these 2 coins, but then I have to swim back up to get the star. Well, actually, I swam through a ceiling there. Okay, and since I'm so far down in this course, and since drowning takes a very long time to do, I'm pretty sure it would be just as fast to just exit course here, and plus it saves me a life anyways, so win-win. But there is 1 star I have to come back there for. So this is a bit of a, this is kind of the tedious part of non-stop in this hack. I'm gonna get that 1 up again, even though I kind of have to go out of my way to get it. So remember that ceiling down warp thing I talked about? So I can clip through this floor here, and there's a giant ceiling hitbox right in front of me that happens to be above a tunnel where Star 4 is. Easy money. That's not the first time you're going to see something like that in this run. Okay, so next main course is going to be Koopa Canyon, but before I go there, we're going to do some shenanigans. So to get to this toad, normally you have to grab the metal cap and then hit an underwater switch to make boxes appearing and then go in a pipe, but you can just BLJ here instead. Okay, I should mention, I'm playing on version 1.1, which allows me to do that clip into the first Bowser stage that you saw at the very start of the run. I'm pretty sure if you use Deluxe or later, this run wouldn't even be possible. Okay, here we go, Koopa Canyon. This course will require 2 revisits, but for now we're just going to do the usual collecting of coins. Shellless Koopas like that are always annoying, because they don't actually have a radius that they're bound to, so they can basically roam anywhere in the course. And they also aren't really programmed to always go near Mario. There's a secret star here. So the coin route here is actually kind of interesting because it partly depends on whether or not I grab all 5 of the secret coins here. You'll see, Mushy. You'll see. I found a way to make that work. I'm dead. Yeah, I hit a sloped wall there, which caused me to sort of get thrown off my regular trajectory. Well, I just ledge grab into the painting. Alright, so now I can actually follow the standard 100 coin route here. And we get to deal with this idiot again. There we go. So, time to revisit our old friend frame walking in order to climb up this slope here. This is actually somewhat of a tight strat to do. Alright. Doing that skips having to use tornadoes to get all the way here, and it's faster than the alternate strat. That doesn't involve frame walking. Okay, okay. That was weird. I did a ceiling down warp there. There's part of this floor just doesn't have collision, so sometimes you can just fall through here and there's no way out. Also, there's an exposed ceiling there for no reason. That's very hard to get around. This game is good, in case you haven't noticed. Oh, I actually got the double jump clip there, but I wasn't able to triple jump off of it. Okay, if I missed that dive recover, that would have been really bad. Okay, so since I missed out on some of the extra coins I could have gotten from the secret section because of that death, I'm gonna have to grab all the coins that are in here, which means I have to get this annoying shellless Koopa. There we go. And then there's another line of 5 here. And the red coin star is actually very, very far away from anywhere where I could die, so this is another scenario where I'm going to use exit course. So again, I'm using exit course in situations where it would either be just as fast or slower to die, or in situations where I'm low on lives and I want to play it safe. So I have to come back here because there are two act-specific stars here. The first is another race with Koopa the Quick. So, I don't think I made this clear. If I hadn't reset the game, then as soon as I start the race, Koopa the Quick would just run into that wall in front of me and never finish the race, which would make it impossible to get the star. So that's why I had to reset the game after Bowser won. And even if you do this race properly, you can still glitch out, but it's pretty rare. Yeah, it's a common problem in most older hacks, but we're good. I will actually have to do a second reset later in the run. So here's an interesting way you can die in this level. So this part normally isn't instant death quicksand, but for some reason there's just random floor triangles that act as it. So shoutouts to Tomato Bird 8 for initially discovering that. Alright, and then here's the last star. So the entrance to the pyramid is blocked until you reach this star. So I'm actually going to play it a little bit safe here, because I'm probably going to have to die after getting this star, so I'm going to stand on these 4 1-up columns to make another 1-up up here. Because I don't want my life count to be 0 at any point. Okay, I got really lucky there. So that fire, if that fire had burned me, I probably would have died there. Okay. There we go. Finally done with Koopa Canyon.
Mamma mia!
And now we can head on to the second key level, which is a Retro Remix Castle. And there's a very hilarious skip in this level. So Skellex actually messed with the geometry around the start of this area to make sure the skip wasn't possible, but it still is. And that skips like half the level. Alright, I'm gonna grab this one up. I would have grabbed this on the way back, but I want to be safe. And then again, I have to make it back here. I did not mean to drop off that ledge there. Alright, there we go. So for this fight, I'm going to abuse a very interesting mechanic. So most platform-based objects in this game are only tangible if Mario is close enough to them. And that radius is normally really, really small. And that applies to objects too. So if I just backflip there, that bully falls through the platform and into the lava. But I actually had to do that as it was away from the center, otherwise it wouldn't fall all the way through. And now I have key 2, but unfortunately the boss fight of that stage also serves as a stage that breaks pathways, so I'm gonna have to do another reset later in the run. But for now, I'll go ahead and clear out some stars that I can do while under this restriction. Okay, so we're going to start with a Fatal Flame Falls here. So I need to remind myself that just in case I can't use the star select code here. So this level I can do in 2 trips as well, because there's 1 star that I need to come back for. But yeah, this is just going to kind of be most of the same. Okay, if I had pushed that bully off with that first hit, I could have done a clip that would have saved a little bit of time here, but I don't think it really matters in the end. Plus, this is safer anyways. And there's a one up here that I can grab, which is always nice. Okay, that one, I think that one coin being missed is fine. Okay, so I'm gonna do another metal cap skip here. Getting this star normally requires a very roundabout strat. And I was trying to long jump off that pillar there, but I'm gonna have to resort to frame walking up this instead. There we go. Still faster than doing this the intended way. As a matter of fact, just like the original SM64, it's actually possible to skip the metal cap entirely for this hack. You don't even need to hit the switch to 100% it. But I am going to have to hit the switch in this run, because, spoiler alert, that the metal cap is going to serve as the second of 2 cap switches I'm going to use for saving. Oh, that's not good. So I think I need 1 backup coin here, yeah. That's fine, though. You'll be seeing the wing cap soon, don't worry. Okay, so I can get on. Okay, that was. So some slopes like that, Mario can't actually stand on. He'll just kind of fall off like that, and that was one of them. So I have to aim for the slope above that. There we go. Getting to the central tower can be a pain. Okay, so I'm actually gonna die because backing that up is stupid. It takes way too long to try to get back there. And I could probably do that in a second trip anyways. This triple jump likes to not work also. Am I gonna die? Yes. Okay, maybe have a little bit more success this time. So this star over here is the star I needed to re-enter for, so in theory I could also get the other star that I missed out on earlier. So this is how you would get the star in regular runs. And then there's another star here, and typically for this star, to skip an otherwise required auto-scroller that I can't even use here, you would use a fire boost to do that, but I can't do that here, so frame walking it is. But I have to do a really weird setup to actually get started with it. That's it for Fatal Flame Falls. Okay, so before I go into the next course, I'll grab this one up again, because the next course is very, very hard. So here's Cloud Rail Station, and this level sucks for many, many reasons. First, these bees are some of the worst. These bees are custom enemies, and they are the worst enemies in the hack. Just no question. And second, it's very, very easy to fall off in this stage, especially if you try to go fast, which I'm going to be doing. Okay, I got robbed there. So I hit something that wasn't a wall, so I wasn't able to wall kick off of it. So that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. There we go. And I want to do a ground pound there so I can kill that bee right away. Because otherwise it likes to knock you off. Okay, there's a giant Goomba here, like it's right there. Sometimes it just falls off, and I'm able to get it and get its blue coin there, but not so lucky this time. Alright, these platforms. Okay, I just undershot that jump. Alright. Those platforms are another annoying part of the level to get through. This whole course is just bad. Fortunately, there's a 1-up I can get in that room in case I die again and I'm at 0 lives. Okay, that's not good. There's an abundance of coins in this level, so I'm not too worried about that. There we go. Where's that big Goomba? Because I would like to get its coin here. Okay, never mind. Alright, so I'm actually going to get this Swamp as a backup instead. The game ate my jump again. Actually, I pressed A a little too early. So much tight platforming in this level. I'm sorry about this. Like this level's just hard. And what's crazy is that once I get past that section, it's not even over yet. Alright, the big Goomba. Okay, the big Goomba just fell down there. Okay, let's get the Swamp for safety. So regular Womps also have the mechanic that I talked about with King Womp. Alright, we're gonna play it super safe here. There we go. So this is, in case you're wondering, this is not a level I'll be clearing in one trip as well, because for one, there's act-specific stars, and for two, even if there weren't act-specific stars, they require waypoint pathing, and I can't really use that right now, because they're broken. So I'm gonna have to come back here later. But the good news is I can get coin collecting done. Okay, I'm surprised I still made that. Okay. I can still get coin collecting done while I'm here. Which is probably the most stressful star. This is another pretty nerve-wracking part. It's very hard to see where you're going to land from these jumps. So it's not over yet, but... Okay. I was really hoping I could get all of those coins and then make the swing cycle here. Okay, there's star 1. Okay, so hopefully I can get that B as my last 2 coins. but the bees don't always like to cooperate. Alright, that was actually good. Alright, now I gotta take a somewhat roundabout path back to where you saw that music note box. That's a crazy box. I need to go back there. Okay, so I can use this crazy box to get to a hidden pipe here, which happens to be where the wing cap course is. Now, unfortunately, I can't use the wing cap switch as my next reset because the wing cap switch is very, very high up, and I basically need the wing cap and cannon to reach it quickly. And it's not really possible to have it be the last thing I do in this level after getting the star. So I'm gonna have to get the wing cap switch and then the star. Which is why it's gonna be the metal cap switch instead. That'll be my second save. So I gotta hit that there. I kinda like the route here. Okay, this is a cool strat. You just long jump there and you can clip inside this gate and get that red coin faster. And then you can swim out. That actually saves quite a bit of time, because normally getting that red coin requires a lot of swimming. Okay, you are on a somewhat strict time limit here in order to finish everything here before this wing cap runs out. But we're good. Oh, I was trying to get that red coin while flying. Okay, and now we finally have this star, so we're finally done with that level for now. Thank goodness. And now we get some actually somewhat easy gameplay. Alright, so coming up we have the... Actually, as I lied, we have the hardest star in the run here. So brace yourselves for this one. Okay, there we go. That star is only accessible if you enter through that entrance. So that's why I had to exit course after doing that. And I'm actually going to use another exit course for this next star as well. So this box goes away after you complete star 1, but I'm also going to be leaving here to go to the metal cap course. So I'm going to do this clip instead to reach the star, which sometimes doesn't work, because good game. There we go. So there's another ceiling down warp I did there. I actually can't get back out once I've done that, so I have to leave. But now I can do everything else. Okay. So, there's going to be a really, really cool glitch that happens in this level that you can do in the original game, but isn't really used. It's not, for one, it's not really possible to do without tasks in that game, and for another, it's not really useful for RTA, but in here, both of those things are the opposite. So it's called the Shell Mario glitch, and it's hard. No one really knows how it works, or at least to my knowledge. But if you are riding a shell and then jump into water next to out of bounds, you will enter a state where you're no longer in the action of riding a shell, but the shell's hitbox will still push Mario forward at a very, very alarmingly high speed. And let's just say you're gonna like the result here. So hopefully I can get this. This is probably the coolest strat you can do in this run. And I can use this extra high speed here to push me through this wall. Then I can get on the shell here, jump up here, and then get to this star a lot quicker. But wait, I hear you asking, how am I gonna get out of here? And I certainly don't want to have to swim all the way out here. Alright, get a good camera angle. Okay, that's actually not how I intended to get out, but that works too. I actually got those coins. I didn't even know there were coins up there. That actually helps me out a lot, because getting out of there with the way I normally do it is actually somewhat precise, but I didn't even know that was possible. So what I was intending to do there was actually redirect my speed out of the area there. I was actually not intending to get grabbed by Shakya there, but that works. Alright, I almost always miss this red coin whenever I fall for it. Never mind, it's easy. I actually have a few more extra coins than usual because I got to grab some of those extra yellows after getting grabbed by the Chucky there. So, the red coin star, that's the last main star I need here, and then I also need the 100 coin star. This is a very wide wall kick to do. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Okay, nice. That can sometimes be kind of hard to time with everything that's happening at once there. And here we go, here's the metal cap. So under normal circumstances, I wouldn't need to press the switch here, but like I said, I'm gonna need to hit the switch here to get my final save of the run. So I can reset the game and fix the pathing issue. But this is still going to be the only time you see the metal cap in this entire game. Okay, that was not fun. But luckily, after I reset, my life count will also reset, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, well, you can lava boost up to that ledge there, but it's just barely possible. Should be better. There we go. It's a little gross, but we made it work. The run's kind of not in a good spot now, because if I reset, my star count will be way lower than it was before. What do we want to do about this? Because, okay, so if I reset here, so my star count was at 83 before. I think it's going to be at 80. It's at 75 now. Yeah, so what do we want to do here? Time to cheat. Can't say that's ever happened. What do you mean by cheat? Star display? Oh, yeah, that's right. Hold on. Do I still have that? I'll just go ahead and give myself the metal caps to it, or just give myself all those stars. So let's see if I can pull that up, actually. Nah, I'll just do this. It's quicker, and you don't have to see me redo a bunch of gameplay. Alright, where is it? Do I still have it? Yeah, here we go. Star Manager. So I'm just gonna give myself extra stars. No deal. No big deal. You saw me get... I'm gonna give myself the metal cap star, even though I technically didn't actually get it. But I'm just gonna say I got it. Alright, so let's wait for it to load. Here we go. I don't want to update it. So, how exactly do I add stars? Alright, edit file. I think this is what I do. Right click, edit file. Okay, and then I think that does it. Oh yeah, and I need wing cap reds. That's right. Alright, there we go. Alright, we're basically back where I was. So, a bit of an unconventional means of getting here, but here we are. So we can continue now. I just had to waste a couple minutes there. Okay, so we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. And now we're going to move on to Sandy Slide Secret, where I'm just gonna go in there and exit course. And why am I doing that, you might ask? Well, so the reason why I just did that is because I actually now have the timer from there stored. So the next time I cross the finish line, even if I don't have the timer active, I will actually trigger the time star, even if the timer isn't running, which allows me to get the red coins alongside this. And also, the slide here has a bunch of 1-ups I can use, so I'm going to be going a little bit out of my way to get them, because the level after this is really, really, really hard. So you'll notice here, I very clearly didn't cross the finish line when I entered this course for the first time, but the game still gives me the star anyways. You can actually use that to spawn 2 of that star in the slide. It's kind of hilarious. Okay, don't do that. Okay, this might be trouble. Okay, saved it? Maybe? Alright, we're fine. We're fine. This is fine. Nope, this is not fine. Okay, we're just gonna have to do the red coins there again. Not a big deal. That's another issue with keyboard, is that making tiny adjustments on platforms like that is way harder than it needs to be. It's okay, I just wanted to show off that wall kick. Alright, now let's actually get to the star this time. There we go. And then there's another one up here I can grab. And I'm just gonna exit course again. And now you get to go to Mad Musical Mess, so this level is very easy to fall off of. Especially when you're trying to go fast. If you thought Cloud Rail Station was bad, this is way worse. And I do have to make one revisit here, which means I will have to die at some point, which makes this even better. Alright, this is a really stupid part. Side flipping on this is very hard. It's not easy to side flip on upwards facing slopes like that. I think I'm delaying my jump. There is an alternative way to get up there. I think that's what I'm going to try next.
Mamma mia!
If you punch while facing upwards on a steep slope, then you won't actually get a steep jump. So I'm going to try that next. But I can still just fall off here, because again, this level just sucks. And coin collecting is the hardest part. There we go. So that allows me to get up there a little bit safer. And then this long jump is just barely possible. Okay. You're actually supposed to use a cannon to get over here. Okay. We're not out of the woods yet. We are nowhere near that. Because the bees are in this level too, and there's way too many places to fall off. But now we can hopefully get things rolling. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of do this in a weird order here, because there is a star in this direction, but I really don't want to die before I finish the coin collecting. So I'm gonna finish that first, and then I'll get the other stars here. Okay, so there's optimally 2, but hopefully at least 1 star I can still get here. The first is this one. And then this star, if I miss it, it's not a huge deal. Because I have a backup strat for getting it. Okay, yeah, that's not a big deal. I can use the wing cap to get there instead.
Mamma mia!
I have to re-enter here anyway, so it's not a huge deal. Okay, so this is how you're intended to get the star. You're supposed to go down here. And this is actually part of the reason why I did the wing cap course early. So I can have the wing cap here in case this happens. Okay, so at this point, there's only a couple more things left at the top of the tower, and then we can actually start making some progress. The first is the second CCC level of the run, Colossal Candy Clutter, I think is the name. Yep. And this is the fourth course that I will actually be able to complete in one trip. We haven't seen one of those in a while. That big Goomba just fell off. Alright, so here's a penguin race. This is the main thing I had to reset for earlier. So that I could actually, the big penguin here could actually finish the race. But even then, it still likes to bug out sometimes. Alright, so sometimes they can clip through the wall and fall off. And the penguin just says it won. Okay, cool. Yeah, that happens sometimes, not sure why. So, I'm actually gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of the level and then go back to that. Gotta say, I'm having a lot of classic marathon luck moments in this run, and that's making this even more fun. The routing in this level is actually kind of tricky to figure out because the red coins are spread all about, but then you also have 5 secrets, and the typical coin collecting route does not really work out super well with the locations of the secrets. So you kind of have to factor them in as well. So there's one right here, for instance. Alright, this jump is super dumb, but it saves a lot of time. And of course I get it first try. I'm gonna kill this fly guy, just to be safe. Okay. So, see that star over there? This is another star you normally need a cannon for. But you can just do that instead. The other thing that's annoying about routing in this level is that there are actually a surplus of coins you can use in the route, especially the additional coins you pass by along the way. I'm gonna try this. You can get in there from there. I found that out earlier today. I'm actually kinda short on coins here. But there's no real convenient way to get extra coins on my way to the final couple stars. Unless I wanted to kill Chucky out there, but I didn't feel like it, and it's too late now. That fly guy just... Those fly guys are just reskinned Goombas, in case you're wondering. And that one just fell off to its death. So, cool. I should be able to get enough points by just walking around the cake here. Okay, so I have to re-enter to do the penguin race again.
Mamma mia!
And hopefully it cooperates this time. Okay, he didn't clip through the wall, that's good. And I actually won the race this time. Even though I'm pretty sure I won the race last time, but you know, I don't think the penguin always likes to play by the rules. And actually, here's something I just discovered earlier today, and I'm gonna go ahead and show this off because I am, again, short on lives. So I've already shown a couple of 1-up boxes that are invisible. Here's another one. Alright, and then last but not least, I have to finish up Cloud Rail Station. And great news! We have an auto-scroller here. So I just kind of have to wait on this platform for about a minute or so. It's basically the carpet ride from Rainbow Ride, except more boring. My Z press did not get registered there.
Mamma mia!
So I was trying to press A and Z at the same time to ground pound there, but the Z press didn't register, so... It's hard when you have to press them at the same time. Alright, we're good. Now I just kind of have to wait here, so how's everyone doing? You all enjoying this interesting showcase of a speedrun? Here's where it gets harder. Now I have to do platforming. How scary is this? Okay, so normally I would have to drop back down and then ride that platform again, because there's a couple stars in that castle you just saw me go through. But I'm gonna do something a little different instead. And hopefully I can get this. Nice. So that just skips having to ride that platform again. Alright, so there's one star up here, and then I can actually use these wing cap blocks here for something kind of cool. I can get a wing cap from them. And then just kind of make my way over here. And what's nice is that I can access a 1-up from here. And that makes that level trivial. Okay, so at this point, I just have to go into that cannon over there to access the very, very top portion of this game. But before I do that, I'd like to grab this. Okay. Okay, so first on our list we have Bob-omb Battle Factory, which is a very fun level when done properly, but also very challenging. Another level that's easy to fall off in. And once again, this is a level I will need to revisit. That green stuff is quicksand, just so you know. I've had my fair share of quicksand deaths already. Alright, getting back from this is actually a bit more challenging than you might think due to the camera being all weird and making it hard to figure out the right angles. this is one of my favorite parts of the 100 coin route here. Just because of how insanely silly this oversight is. So there's a pipe near Star 1 where normally if you enter it, it just instantly kills you because the exit is quote-unquote unfinished. But they kind of... Skellex kind of didn't take into account that you can enter the pipe the other way. Which makes a faster way for getting from there to there. I just think that's so silly. But yeah, if you enter that pipe through the other direction, you die. Just to make that clear. Okay, I actually have a few extra coins that I strictly need. That's okay. It's always better to have extra coins than it is to not have enough. Okay, 2 more stars I need to get while I'm here. First is pretty straightforward. And then, when I do this... Okay, I can save this. We're fine. So there's a long jump there's a jump I'm gonna do from there that is gonna allow me to do somewhat of a skip. But the funny thing about the skip I'm doing here is that Skellex actually placed literal invisible walls to prevent you from doing big skips here, but there are still ways to do them. This section's kind of annoying to do. So I kind of have to not go too far left here, or else I'll hit one of those invisible walls and I'll fall off there and die. Alright. A little bit scuffed, but we made it through. And then I have to re-enter for Star 6, which is literally a replica of Star 1, but with more fire. This jump is kind of precise. Oh yeah, and it's in a box too. Like that. Makes it totally worth it. Alright, I'm gonna try and see if I can grab that one up again. I don't know if I will be able to though. Again, I can never have too many lives. Okay, now it's time for the best level on the run. And you're about to see why, because the first part of this level is really, really crazy. So there's a wrong warp you can do in this level to access Star 1 quicker, but normally you just enter the Star Dance right away. So what happens if you... if you don't enter the Star Dance right away, i.e. you have non-stop on, then interesting things happen. So we're gonna see that here real quick. So first I'm gonna clip through this cage. It's like doesn't like to work sometimes. Okay, there we go. And then I'm gonna enter this pipe through the other way, which you're not supposed to do. And hopefully I can get the Storm Warp eventually. Okay, so serious time. Okay, that's not good, but we can still make it work. Okay, I think I just soft locked. Yeah. So I have the level reset code though, thankfully. So when I was in that state, Mario was in a state where doing any action that would have resulted in me losing control of Mario would have caused me to permanently lose control of Mario. So after I got grabbed by Chucky there, I would have soft locked the game. And so I've actually been playing with the level reset code on this entire time in case that happens. Okay, but we're good now. And again, soft locking is also bad in non-stop because, again, you're not saving through the entire run. So I had that on sort of as a safety measure. But yeah, getting grabbed by Chucky is not the only thing that'll soft lock you there. You can ledge grab, you can bonk, you can... so many different things will cause you to just get stuck there, and that's very bad. Because I'm gonna have to do that cannon shot again. Alright, actually I think I have a plan on how to back this up. But fortunately, that won't cost me too much time. Yeah, secrets here are really bad because you have to use a cannon for all of them, and cannons are the one thing that keyboard like really struggles with because of sensitivity issues. Platforming here can be a little bit wonky. So I'm just gonna try to go back up and get that secret without having to use the cannon again, so I don't have to go all the way back. Wow, this is lacking a lot more than usual. Alright, these enemies suck, because sometimes you can just get stuck out of bounds. And, I don't think this enemy's gonna let me go anytime soon. Okay, we're good. If you remain in a squish state for 10 seconds straight, then the game automatically kills you. So I was very close to dying there. Okay, we're good. So we're gonna try that, getting the secret again. That's fine. This is another very hard level to do perfectly. Alright, and since I had to restart the level, I lost these coins, which I got earlier, so I have to get them again. In case you can't tell, this level's very big, which makes routing it for non-stop very hard. Alright, now I can finally get to doing new stuff. And by new stuff, I mean doing more cannon shots. So I also want to mention that that invisible state I was in, optimally I would have only had to play in it until I entered a cannon, because that actually reverts Mario back to a normal state. Alright, I'm going to try to get 2 secrets in 1 cannon shot here. The lineup required for this is really precise, and I probably am not going to get it here. Alright, we're good. So there's one more secret. Okay. So this secret, I want that target to be just about halfway on camera. Right, that was a little higher than I needed, but we're fine. So now I can't take 2 damage for the rest of the level, or until I get health. Alright, I'm gonna be risky here and actually go for... Did I just soft lock? Okay, no. But Chucky threw me onto a slope, so I didn't take damage. There's a place you can actually get stuck underneath those cannons there and soft lock. Okay. Now we get a little bit of a breather. So I'm gonna, since I have the shell here, I'm gonna try to show off something kind of cool. See if I get this. Ah, I was too slow. So, if you remove perfectly there, you can get both the red coin star and 100 coin star cutscenes to activate on the same frame, which actually causes both of them to play at the same time, which can save a little bit of time there. Sadly, I didn't get it. Also, I'm still riding a shell, even though it's invisible. That's just kind of how grabbing a shell works. Grabbing a star works while riding a shell in non-stop. That's a kind of tight jump to make without walking into the ceiling there. There's one other star I need to get here. So now we have another fight with IROC. IROC is basically the same, except you have to make sure he doesn't fall off the level. Which shouldn't happen if you do the fight properly. Okay.
Mamma mia!
So I have to re-enter for one more star because this star doesn't appear until you complete star 1. But there's a pretty big skip I can do for it. So I can use our good old friend Shukya to clip me through the wall, and then I can just sort of jump all the way down here, and I'm at the bottom of the level. And now I have to backtrack a little bit in order to actually die, because I don't want to exit course, because that will take way too long. Okay. So I gotta do this tight long jump, because this is the final Toad Star of the game. Okay, now we can go to the final Bowser level, which is Bowser's Rainbow Rumble. This is another somewhat very technical stage, where it's easy to fall off, and my life count is a little low. Hopefully I just don't die. That would be ideal. Here we go. Great start. Okay, I need to make sure I have the level reset code on standby, because if I die again, I need to make sure I press A in time, aka L. I have to go out of my way here to get a star here. Oh yeah, the dirty bubble. So if you know, you know. And hopefully that doesn't happen to me in this run. But it can happen. I'm gonna take the big fall damage here, even though it's slower. This is the part. Okay, sometimes a bubble can just fall over you in that gap and knock you out of the air and you die. And you can't control where the bubbles spawn. Oh, we're good. Okay, and now I have to fight Bowser. Bowser also moves way quicker in this game, but his animations are also way faster, so the fight overall is just faster. Okay. He's a little close to the edge there. Ah, I threw him over the bomb. Wow. Yeah, I just grabbed Bowser from the front. Don't worry about it. Okay, so that was technically the final boss, but there's still more to this game. So that's 120 stars, and the nice thing is when you get 120 stars, you have access to a special course. And you're not actually normally supposed to be able to access this course from here, but you can. So this is the Hidden Palace finale. It's kind of like a little obstacle course for players who've finished the main game. So there's a couple of big skips here, but they're both really, really dumb, and I'm not good at them, so I'm just going to play through the level normally. It's basically just a giant platforming gauntlet. I need a triple jump here. Nice. Made that work out. And you have barely enough room to triple jump there. Okay, so there's star 121. And once you have 121 stars, you now get to star replicas in each of the secret courses, which are basically just stars. Think of them kind of like the green stars in Galaxy 2, except not exactly the same. This part of the run is unfortunately very, very boring, because I just kind of have to visit each of these courses in sequence. What's going on? Why is everyone typing "oh no" in chat? What happened? Okay. I don't think it was on my end. Because OBS didn't disconnect for me. Alright, so here's the first, So here's the first star replica. Think of these kind of like the green stars of Galaxy 2, except worse. So now I gotta do that. I gotta visit each of the other secret courses where there are those star replicas. I'm sorry if the stream quality hasn't been great. I guess I don't know what's going on with that, but hopefully it's still been at least somewhat watchable. Okay, there's skips for this star replica, but they're way too stupid. So I'm just gonna opt to do this the intended way. Which is also very, very stupid. So there's a, see that star on top of the mushroom over there? Here's a fly guy. And I'm just gonna kind of twirl myself towards the star. There we go. So I'm gonna be using exit course for most of them because I kind of just it's just better for traveling purposes anyways. So yeah, there's not gonna be a whole lot to say for this remaining portion of the run. So yeah, that clip isn't possible in later versions of Star Road. Okay, this star replica can be somewhat obnoxious to do. I'm dead, I think. Yeah. The camera there does not make that easy.
Mamma mia!
Okay, again, I have to make sure I have the level reset code on standby. So I gotta be prepared to hit L just in case. Alright, this should be way better. Yeah, this is a way better angle. So I don't know if this run's gonna sub 2 or not. So I don't know if I'm gonna actually make estimate or not. Hopefully that's not too big of an issue. Alright. That star is an absolute nightmare if you miss it. It's very hard to back that up. Here you have to do an arch wall kick, which is not the easiest thing in the world to do. Actually... grab that just in case. This skip can be kind of annoying. There we go. Nice, I was able to exit course there, so I didn't have to die. Okay. Just 2 more stars. And they're in the wing cap course and in the final Bowser level, respectively. You never know. Okay, I think I might be able to afford a death here. No, I'm gonna have to exit course. I was trying to die from fall damage, but I had a really bad angle. Okay, I don't know if this is going to be sub 2 or not. We're just going to have to see how fast I can do this star. And time. Okay. So I barely got a sub 2 in that on my end. That was probably the most interesting marathon run I've ever done, but thanks anyways for watching that. While I have the time, there is something cool I want to show off. So I have the level reset and Star Select Game Shark codes activated, which means I want to show off something kind of cool. So as you saw earlier, when you game over in Star Road, you get sent. You don't actually just get sent back to the title screen right away. You get sent to this weird area. That's actually on a blank, sort of non-existent file. So you can do some interesting stuff if you have the level reset code active and you're in that area. So I'm gonna die in here just to show that off real quick. So, this is the game over area, you saw this earlier. But if I use the level reset code, I'm going to spawn in an objectless copy of the Metal Cap Cave, because this is actually very, very high above the game over level. And if I use the Star Select code, now this is where it gets interesting, then I respawn in the level that I game overed in, but on that file. So this isn't possible without hacking, obviously, but it's still really cool. And you can collect stars if you want, but there are limitations to it. For example, I'm going to try to access the first overworld. And the game crashes. So, there you go. That's Star Road. I hope you enjoyed that interesting thing that was apparently called a speedrun. So, thanks for having me, and I'll throw it on over to the host.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, SuperViper. That was a great run. Glad we could watch it. Always.
Happy
All
to have
right, everybody.
No problem. I hope to be back on here again.
That was SuperViperT302 with a run of Super Mario Star Road. We are going to go ahead and get set up here now for the color relay race. This will be a run by Anuj, Barfiace, Flavia, and Placements. Give us just a minute to get this set up, and we will be right back with you.